Hey guys, welcome to the shop. Today we're talking about winter preparedness. We're supposed to be getting another ice storm in Ontario, and I'm going to show you how to turn this Honda generator that has a gas tank of 3.9 liters, and we're going to make it run from the little 3.9 liter tank. We're going to make it run on this 53 liter 14 gallon fill tank. So stay tuned and here we go. With this little Honda generator, it's got a small little tank, 2.9 liters. They're good little Hondas. This one here has, I got a little hour meter on it. It's got 529 hours. But we're gonna, and the reason why is we're in Ontario, we get a lot of ice storms. So what happens is I got this hooked up to my house, and it's nice because I don't have to go fill the tank at night. So it'll be running 4 days usually. That's how often we have power get. And right now I'm going to show you how to convert this to hook into my big 53 liter tank. Now I've only had it running on 4 days. I've gone through 25 liters, which is pretty good. Now I run my fridge, deep freezer, all the lights in my house, all at the same time. Maybe it's just coincidence that I've never overloaded it, but it's been good. Okay, here we go. So what I use is this. This is a cap that I got off Amazon. It's for a Honda generator. They're called extended run caps. So I got this cap. Then I went into Canadian Tire, but you guys can get it anywhere. It's a marine style quick connect for fuel. So this is threaded with 1/4 inch NPT. So this threads in. This is your fuel, where the fuel comes in. It's got a little Schrader valve, and this is the lock feature right here. So there's a little clicks on, but hold on, let me get that pipe and I'll show you. Okay, so we're back. I got the quick connect here. So what happens is this is the little lock feature. So this is the lock, and then the next one down is where the fuel comes in. If you look, it's got a little ball there that stops the fuel. So what happens is this goes in, clicks on, nice sealed connection, no leaks. So I have this on maybe a 6-foot cord here. Now it's got a little squeeze ball. People use these on marine engines, little 9 horsepower. So what happens is this is threaded. Or hold on, let me just disconnect this camera here. Bear with me with my shakiness. So we're at the fuel tank here. This gets threaded into here. Okay. All right. So we'll thread that in. You guys can see, hopefully. Okay, so this gets threaded in nice and snug. Alright, so you see there's a little shutoff valve in there as well. It's right here. So on this tank, it's a flow and go. You can use it to transfer fuel. It's on wheels. But what I like about it, perfect. So it's got the shutoff valve, comes with the shutoff valve on the bottom. This hose is sold separately. So you got the primer ball. Now if you look here, it's got an arrow, which for fuel injection, so make sure you get that in the right direction because you're going up to the generator. Now this tank also has a vent, which is very important because if you don't vent the fuel, what's going to happen is you're going to get an airlock in the system and the fuel's not going to flow. So hold on one sec, let me grab the generator and I'll show you how this all works. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we're back over here. We got the Honda generator all here. We got our fuel tank. We got our line, the little ball valve. So what the ball valve does is it fills up the tank. These little Hondas have a fuel pump in them. So, and they draw enough vacuum that what happens is they'll suck fuel from here all the way through these lines from this tank. So you have to have the vent open, otherwise you won't get any fuel flow. So what, you click this on, then what we do is pump this little valve. It fills the tank. So you don't want to have the trick to this whole thing is, I found that you have to fill this tank up full, right? And then what you do, just throw this cap on, click your line on, pump, 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 pump. As soon as the bleeder valve gets, this little valve gets hard, that means you don't have any air in the system and it'll suck. If you have air in the system, it won't technically work because it won't pull back. So we got all this hooked up, clicked on, bent open the tank. Then what you can do is turn your little thing on. This, I think it's already work, but we'll choke it anyway. Give it a pull. Start it up. And you got like, I don't know, 4 days. You got like 8 days of fuel here. But hope is good enough. My next goal is converting this to natural gas. I like to do a tri-fuel. My next goal is to convert this to natural gas. When we built the garage, I have a natural gas connection. Also, because we ran the natural gas heater up top. So I also put a natural gas connector down there for my barbecue. But it can also power this guy. So stay tuned. We're probably going to get in the next month or so. Just because having fuel is great, but the only downside is you gotta turn it over now and then. I do it every 8 months, 9 months. I'll put this in the truck and then I'll go refill it up. It's kind of a pain in the ass, and it's nice to have extra fuel, but at the same time it's kind of a pain in the ass because it's kind of a safety issue. You know, you don't want to. You hear all the horror stories about keeping these in a garage or an outside shed. You know, in the summertime, it builds up pressure and shit happens. But oh, one other thing to mention is when you're putting these threaded fittings together, don't use normal Teflon tape. Spend the extra dollar. Get the it's called yellow. It's called the original gas seal tape. It's made for gasoline. There'll be no leaks. You won't gum up. It won't come off the threads, go in your tank and gum up the carb. I've seen that where people use normal Teflon. The gasoline eats the Teflon, and then the Teflon plugs up your jets and your carburetor. So, it's one other thing to keep in mind. Yeah. So it's been a good generator. I have on this one 529 hours, as I said. I should have made a video how I put the hour meter in when I bought it, but I bought it used. The guy, he was an old man who had it. He was in his 80s, just kept it for, he had a small little trailer. He said he maybe used it a couple times. It was mint when I bought it. Didn't have a scratch on it. This one is just, yeah, 529K. But it's good. Starts first pull usually. I got no complaints. So yeah, the only thing with this cap is when you put the marine style fitting on. You can't run this alone because it has a straighter valve here. So when the tank's running, it'll pull the tank to a vacuum because this straighter valve's not depressed. And what happens is it'll run for maybe an hour, let's say, and then it'll stop running because it runs out of fuel. Because what happens is there's a seal on the bottom here, stops airflow. The tank, what happens is the cap's not vented. So if you look on these normal Honda caps, you got a vent here, click, click, on, off, and that's what vents it. So you'd be good for about an hour, and then you're like, well, and then oh shit, here comes me. But yeah, other than that, you can't run on this cap, but otherwise it's pretty good. So here's my little Honda. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Get out there, do it yourself. Make and I'll just show you the hours on my little guy here. I don't know if you can read it, but I doubt it. Not with the light. Alright guys, anyway, here's my little setup. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good weekend. Take care guys.